from like actual news sources, because everything that's reported is just put on Anchor.
All right.
I actually do need to get home to get all of the work done.
Oh no, 2 of you are leaving at the same time?
See?
Oh
I
shit.
have work still. I have a lot of work.
Bye.
I have children.
Well,
American people
You got
admit
the
having
not-problem
Facebook
children.
data stolen. Kind of worth it to watch
no, we're not,
that little fucker
we're
scoring,
not
of
the
course.
problem children.
Yep.
Welcome to House of Metal Gem. That was the weakest clap I've ever done. Welcome to House of Metal Gem. My name is Otis the Can, and today I'm going to try live streaming. Now, the thing is, What's your name? Okay, he's not saying his name. But you said his name for him.
I'm about to leave.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
I have homework due at 11:59 that's due tonight.
Cut it and start over.
You fucker. This is live. You can't cut live footage.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Just say take two.
No.
It's like end it and do another one.
No,
Let's try this again.
we're just live.
Oh, yeah, what would happen if we fought? I forget. What would happen if we fought those?
You would have finished the campaign doing something.
Oh, okay.
We did something. We prevented Tiamat from getting something.
That's true. That's true.
We did what all
I was
heroes...
actually kind of close to sacrificing myself as a joke just to bring back Tiamat.
I totally would have let you level up after that.
After dying?
I would have been dead.
Yes.
All right.
It means you critically succeed your death saving throws and come back.
Hey guys, I didn't do this.
Killed.
I didn't summon Tiamat back.
You come back as a
No.
Warforged pirate. All who come back from the death belong to Rustbeard.
So apparently, everyone belongs to Rustbeard.
Everyone.
Because we keep going through the time loop.
Well, it's a time loop. Just doesn't mean you all die.
Well, no, everything resets at the end of the time loop.
They don't die.
Yeah.
I said all who come back belong to Rustbeard.
See ya.
He will seek
See
some
ya.
out.
See ya.
So,
Wait, so it occurs to me, after the adventure ends, because time's going to progress beyond what you guys do. You guys just trapped in this loop. But once that happens, does that mean Rustbeard no longer exists in hell?
What?
Because, like, here's the thing. Like, let's take your character, for example.
Balete?
Yeah, Balete gets caught in the time loop. And Balete, once that moment passes where Balete gets sent back in time, she no longer exists in the timeline. Does that happen to Rustbeard?
Well, you're the one who brought him back, so it's up to DM's discretion.
I'm going to say it does happen to him.
So he no longer exists in hell.
Right.
He just never dies.
Gene sent me a Jotaro versus Kenshiro.
Wait, is that?
Oh my god, fucking Trader Joe's.
Was that over the group chat or?
No, he sent it to me
Jotaro's.
privately.
The next time will be, I want some more JoJo's.
I want them to fucking stop.
Wait, you want the JoJo's stuff to stop?
No, keep the judges coming. I want part 5, damn it.
What do you want stop?
Okay, no. You can't be showing me memes here because I can't show them to the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. Just show me just something happens off screen, I react to it. I'm like, hey, funny meme. You fuckers can't watch it. I feel like I'm an asshole now. I'm just spamming my link everywhere.
One more.
Blowing my load all over my friends' messages. What?
Are you talking to Ben?
I'm sorry, one more.
No.
For a second.
Unless the viewers want to see some premium JoJo's.
Oh. I mean, if you want to show it to the camera. Nah, that's way too much distortion.
Yeah.
Let me just send one to Ben now. Who apparently doesn't know how to spell plug and play.
Have you watched Kung Fu Panda?
Yes, I have, actually. You're fucking still showing me memes. Okay.
What did you expect from Billion?
I don't know. I really do not know what to expect.
I feel like after I joined, it went down in quality so fast because of jokes.
You are.
Did it though?
I mean, I thought the jokes were funny. I like having fun,
Yeah, that's kind of why I want to do this Savage Worlds campaign before I do the tournament one.
I wanted to
because I just want to fuck around.
Yeah. All right, so what I mean by
Hey, someone's actually watching. Hi, person who's watching. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, I was gonna say that it'd be a fun idea to do that mega funhouse dungeon, but with a group of edgy characters to see how much fun we can take away from the funhouse dungeon.
But there's like it's a very and they left. It's a very niche thing though. To the funhouse dungeon.
So are we not meeting brothers anymore now, or no?
I still do want to meet. Like eventually, I want to get to the point where. Okay, Jordan, actually, you can move over here, or do you want to stay off camera?
I'm staying off for now. I got something to do.
All right,
chat.
We could do like one shots, maybe if you want, like every Thursday or every Thursday or something.
Oh shit, that's actually didn't think of that, but that's actually a good idea. Actually, I should have it angled like this more often. This looks way better. Let me just adjust my seat so I don't have to always lean into the shot.
This is premium editing skills right here.
Motherfucker, you don't edit live footage.
You just did.
No. That would imply that I stopped the video and I cut it. You literally can't cut live footage unless you stop the feed.
You shifted yourself from one position to the other, therefore editing the current shot.
That's not how editing works, dipshit.
It is, though.
No, that's not how it works at all.
Yes, it is.
Which one of us is a film major? Which one of us is a film major? Me.
I've done.
The fuck do you know about movies? You say that as if you're offended. I'm offended you're challenging my knowledge of movies.
No, I just know that I've done a lot of editing projects in my multimedia class.
I was unaware of these things before you just said them. But also remember that I've been editing videos for about 5 years now.
I've edited photos, videos.
I use Google Paint.
Audio files.
I use a Paint to edit my videos.
My PSA.
Google Paint. Oh god, I'd hate to see Google Paint.
Oh god.
Ringo's MS Paint art.
Oh yeah, Ringo started to do MS Paint art.
It did.
It is most likely going to be called the Hat
Got some
Man.
fucking memes on there. Boyo.
Good luck reading that. One more.
I don't know how to spell toolkit.
You always say that.
I do.
One
more.
I don't know how to
Then I find
toolkit.
even shittier.
Tulki.
Tulki?
Yeah. Should we even bother trying to explain what the hell our campaign was?
It was.
We could try to, but also.
What exactly has been going down in the group chat?
You sent the image of the frog, and Gene asked, "What's that?" Steven said what it is. He said, "Thank you, Steven," and I said, "Toolkit Jr."
Okay.
And I just see what's he instantly forgets the name.
What's a Tulki? Oh my god. He was in the campaign for no. He wasn't in it for that long. Cut him some slack, maybe.
No, he knew Tulki.
Oh shit. My favorite crossover.
Wait, yeah, Tulki came in right after Kema.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, okay. Yeah. Tulki did come in, but then Gene left like the next session.
No, I can solve this, and you're gonna appreciate me.
Go right the fuck ahead.
Check the messages.
Okay, fine. Just. Oh, I get it. Okay, so we had a running gag in our campaign that because one of our players hey listener, one of our players started out as a bard, and we had another player who was basically he was pretty oblivious. So what we ended up doing was eventually the bard died and became a new character who was a warlock rogue. But we always made the joke, oh, they're a bard. This player didn't fucking get it. They genuinely thought they were a bard at first, and they just got annoyed.
No.
That is exactly what happened.
No, it's not.
Oh, you want to fucking correct me, boy?
Yes.
Well, then fucking do it.
Okay, so what happened is he was trying to read Tulki's character sheet upside down, and trying to figure out everyone's character without asking if he could see our character sheets. And so when Tulki started casting Eldritch Blast, he said, "Oh, you're a warlock." And because Jeff didn't like that, he would immediately say, "What are you talking about? I'm a bard." And then when Gene would try to argue, he would always say that bards can't cast Eldritch Blast. But we would always try to prove him wrong, like saying Magic Initiate, some custom version from your campaign. Remember that?
Magic Initiate. That's how Magic Initiate works, though.
I don't think
you take Magic Initiate.
I don't think
you get 2 cantrips and a spell. You can take from the Warlock list if you want.
Really?
Any spell list.
I didn't think you could take
except
Warlock
for Paladin or Ranger. As long as it has cantrips, you can take from its spell list.
Yeah, but he always got frustrated because he would try to prove that Tulki was a warlock, but there was also ample evidence for being a Magic Initiate bard.
Yeah.
And that is how that joke got started, and we still continue.
That joke will never get old to me, I'll be honest.
Do you know what joke will also never get old?
What?
Vampire.
That one kind of ran its course.
No.
Once Gene left, it kind of stopped being funny. Calling Gene a vampire is one thing. That's fucking hilarious. But this is, just calling his characters vampires, that's...
Well, no, not his characters, but specifically making the assumption.
What, that his characters are vampires?
Yes.
Yeah. Specifically, he was playing a Dampfear, which is a half vampire. But,
That was hilarious because he gave away so many hints about what his character actually was, and then he got so pissy about it.
She only looks 16.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, she only looks 16. It's like, yeah, we get it. You're a fucking fossil. And
she's actually over 100 years old.
Yeah, and apparently being disconnected from any kind of social relationship whatsoever and shutting yourself in your room is not a shut-in.
Excuse me? Did you fucking try to make that argument?
Gene did.
Oh my god.
He said that since his character is so old and has lost so many people, she has become detached from relationships and decided to devote herself to research in her room. And I'm like, yeah, you're a shut-in.
I should have forced the hermit background on her. Nah, don't force backgrounds onto your players. I forget what background she had. I think it was Sage.
It was like Scholar.
Sage. Sage is the scholar background, basically.
No, there was another one that's like it was some kind
Cloistered Scholar from Skag.
But, yeah. You did kind of impose 2 alignment changes on him. But they were well deserved. Yeah.
After you see the universe get reset, you kind of, and one of them was from the Deck of Many Things. So, by the way, I would like to point out to everyone viewing 2 things. First of all, the disembodied voice doesn't want to be seen on camera. And the second thing,
it's a whole different reason.
And the second thing, I didn't even give a reason. I just said you don't want to be on camera. The second thing,
yeah, but I have a reason,
is that my group we finished recently. They got up to level 9. Yeah,
mostly because you got bored.
Everyone was getting bored of my campaign. Let's be honest. We started really strong, and then it really petered off at the end.
I gave you a shit ton of stuff.
Did you?
Yeah, I sent you some background about Nikavad having a charm to sense abyssal presence, which would drive him to go hunt it down no matter what, which would cause Tulki to turn around because one of her meat bags is now gone. There was also...
Would that have happened, though? Let's be realistic. Would that have happened? Or would Tulki been like, oh, the dragon guy's gone. Let's keep going. And remember, you're not exactly...
If Sebastian's character, since he's also an abyssal hunter... I would have told him about it, or at least dragged him with me, so 2 characters would be gone.
I guess.
That would only leave Tulki, Fargrim, and the Barbarian, which the Barbarian would probably follow Nikavad.
Would the Barbarian follow Nikavad? Or is the Barbarian too busy looking at fucking memes on their fucking laptop?
I probably would follow Nikavad, probably. I had no reason to stay with Tulki, honestly.
Yeah.
I had no reason to stay with the group.
That's true.
So that would drive encounters. Also, I sent you some stuff saying that those abyssal marks. I sent you some stuff about Nikavad possibly being a future king of the abyss.
I think having they're supposed to be like the dragon marks from Eberron, but they only come from the realm of madness, which would have access to the dragon marks from Eberron.
Yeah, but
So I think having a crown-shaped birthmark on you that gives you some sort of magic power is a
I didn't say
bit
magic powers.
much. Or at least like portents to your future is a bit much.
Not really. I mean, look at what happened to Takar in the other campaign.
That's because of a wish spell, and that's because he got up there first.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Ever since he met Anubis in that bar, everything has been pointing to he's just gotten a lot more stuff to relate to Anubis. Once Anubis gave him that scarab, he talked to him again in a well. He also got a scarab-shaped burn mark on his collarbone.
Interesting.
And the party has been chosen by Anubis to carry out, each group of dragon champions is kind of like sponsored by a deity. And the one that chose our group was Anubis, which shocked the Council of Worms because Anubis barely shows up on that roulette table.
How can you follow what he's saying?
I wasn't there for that at all, so.
All right.
I just know.
I can explain.
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can explain if he wants.
Sure.
Basically, the party, we got recruited by, the brass dragon Orm Quorum, right? Mm-hmm. He told us that we need one of the shards, and then we need to head to the Council of Worms by this specific date. The Council of Worms being the meeting of all the dragons, or most of them. Most of them tend to show up, but a few did not, such as a black dragon and a white dragon.
Oh, the black dragon. Dovahkiin.
No. It was probably the black dragon who was tormenting Bruto's territory.
Probably.
But
white
anyway,
dragon is a blue-eyed white dragon.
we get to yes.
No, it's a
Anyway,
whatever the triple-headed version is.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon?
Yes, summoned via Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 2 cards from the top of my deck and put them into my hand.
If you
thus increasing my hand size by 2
mean to
and
pull that
giving
off
me an
with Pot of
advantage.
Greed,
can
I will fucking shit my pants.
actually there's a ritual card that is a Blue Eyes Max Ultimate Max Dragon or something.
Does it require Pot of Greed to be summoned?
No, but it's a ritual monster, which means it goes into your main deck.
I can confirm I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links my friend.
What?
You know Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links?
No.
It's an app. It's an app for Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play online against other people. You can build your own deck.
Oh, boy.
You have to buy card packs. You can buy them with real money, or you can get the currency for the premium currency from just
You can get Yugi points. 1 Yugi point per duel. It costs 2,000 Yugi points to get a booster pack.
It costs 500 for a certain pack. You can get around
one time.
You can get 20 gems from doing your objectives from to get to higher stages.
Oh,
it's actually not. I haven't spent a dime yet. I've only been spending my gems.
what the fuck?
And you start out when I first started out, you start with 2,500 gems. That's 5 packs for free you get. I mean, well, actually, it's 500 for 10. Forgot.
5? What?
But there's only 3 cards in the pack, though. I think 3 or 4 cards in the pack.
Okay.
And cards are separated from normal, rare, super rare, and ultra rare.
But
wait. Apparently, we're having some technical difficulties with the chat.
what do you mean?
Apparently, my friend Ben can't comment, and I know you'd rather he not comment, but fuck it, he's a friend of mine.
What do you mean? I'd rather he not comment.
I don't know. I didn't think you were too fond of him.
I mean, we have our differences, and he's definitely nitpicky. And I've mentioned this to him. You were there for that, so he knows exactly what I think. But back to the story. That got derailed. So
What story?
It got derailed after we started talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
So we basically just went through a second adventure.
A Yu-Gi-Oh! Campaign?
Yes. Oh my god. Actually, I did think it would be fun to play a sorcerer or a wizard who, instead of getting spells to cast, they get spell cards.
Like a tarot deck? Kind of like a tarot deck. But instead of fortune telling, they contain spells.
Or you can summon monsters to the battle.
Oh, come on. spellcasters and fortune-telling tarot cards?
Not tarot cards. Spell cards, like, the ones they sell at game shops.
Yeah, I know. I said like them. I didn't say exactly tarot cards.
Oh.
Tarot cards being used to predict someone's fortune, but the difference being that they are used to contain arcane spells.
Again, I don't think it'd be a good idea to put them in tarot cards per se, but maybe like getting spell cards from a game shop, that might work better.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess it can make sense to have spell cards as tarot cards, kind of like manipulating fate almost. It would definitely make an interesting character. You know it will.
Sure it will.
Yes, it will.
Sure it will.
Really, someone claiming to change fate gives you a reading via tarot cards, and later that evening makes the fortune happen with the spells that are contained within the cards.
How the fuck do I make that work as a DM?
What do you mean? They're just your spell cards. I just flavor them as tarot cards.
Yeah,
Like
but
saying-
no, the thing is, you're making a prediction, and by the character's design, they have to come true later. And if they involve a player at all,
No.
or an NPC the players will be interacting with, there's a huge chance it won't happen.
I'm like, say, reads the well, since I know the meaning of the cards, let's just say I flip one over and it's like, oh, you're going to come across vast riches, but only after a lightning strike.
That's weirdly specific.
It's an example.
Okay.
Hypothetical. Then one of the cards just so happens to contain Witch Bolt or something like that. And while they're currently being zapped, you put like a small fortune, but like a little sack of coins on the ground to make you look more credible. Therefore, more people pay for you, and therefore you can use the spells to your advantage. Because no one knows it's you.
I just poured the Lord of D out for my deck.
Oh, fuck. If only you could show that to the stream. Also, apparently, Ben is super upset. Or he's just... Ben, why did you bring up the being trapped inside a crystal inside of Bierenstein's hand? Oh, yeah. I probably should have mentioned that. Okay, so at one point in my first campaign, the group went to a haunted house that was in this one city. And at one point, they wound up fighting... Well, no, they wound up fighting a shield guardian.
Mm-hmm.
And feel free to correct me if I get any of these details wrong. I do believe at one point... Well, no. Okay, no. Wait, yeah, I was getting it wrong a bit. Because before that, the group had encountered Ben's character, who was a sorcerer who was a shitty sorcerer. I'm speaking the truth, Ben. Sorry. But I'm not upset. I'm sick.
I don't even have
Should be child's play for you. I guess it's just I don't understand exactly what he's saying. But anyways, so Ben's character, I introduced him as a villain, trying to make him a rival character.
Oh my god.
What?
Quan Li was supposed to be a villain.
Oh my god.
I'm not even lying. His whole thing is he wanted to be a Drow Warlock villain.
But the thing is that, like, he was supposed to, after being beaten by the heroes, come to his senses, the madness wouldn't be affecting him, and, return as a hero. But the thing is, one of the players shot at his body after he was downed, critted, and killed him on the spot. So basically, there was no way in hell he was going to be joining their party if I didn't bring him back somehow.
Okay.
So later in the campaign, they went to this haunted house, and they found that in the basement of this haunted house was soul gems that hold the souls of different creatures. Actually, his character Essie had one. Oh, Ben, no. It wasn't the shot to the head that split you in half. You had a crossbow bolt in your body. Then he shot a bullet. Well, then Lieutenant Can shot a bullet at the crossbow, which caused it to spin and shred your body in half.
Shit.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. So he put... he gets the soul... they get to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And they find these soul gems, and they find the smallest red soul gem available. That's the one that has his soul. Bierenstein tries to punch it to break it, but he ended up getting it between his knuckles, and as he kept trying to break it by punching it, he just got embedded deeper and deeper into his hand, to the point where he was actually like a proper part of his physiology, and he could basically summon the sorcerer as a ghost. In other words, the sorcerer became his stand.
Oh
yeah. And they're actually like debating on what to call him, but Ben gave the best suggestion by far. You got a friend in me.
I almost wanted to make the pun. You got a friend of me.
See, because the stands and JoJo are supposed to be named after like songs and albums and such. Yeah, Ben, that's what I just said. That's what we ended up calling you because, you were a friend in him. But anyways.
Well, you guys figure out what the stand ability was or no?
Oh, he just could like cast spells and punch and stuff.
Okay.
He couldn't punch as well as most stands could, though.
Since he was like a sorcerer.
The reintroduction reminds me of Charlemagne.
Yeah, but being brought back from hell kind of...
Charlemagne.
I don't... All I know is that Charlemagne made a deal with a demon of some kind. It came back from death, and...
Well, here's what happened. We, Galvax arrived, Blue Dragon. He, landed on Orm Quorum, basically said that his attempts to find a group of champions are futile or futile. Yeah,
they are futile.
They're futile and ripe. They're ripe and futile. No, but
specifically oranges.
Charlemagne decided to stand on a rock and snipe him midday. The rogue tries to stand on a rock and snipe a dragon.
Oh yeah, then he gets turned to plastic.
He crit fails and turns into a smoldering pile of like gold and goo on a rock. But we felt bad for him, so we gave him his character back. And what happens is we see a different character at a bar who carries the same sword as Charlemagne. I asked him where he gets it, and he said, he's like, oh, I've always had this. And I'm like, well, it looks exactly like the sword I had for a friend, almost to a T. Where'd you get it? And he said, well, maybe it's part of a matching set. And so he's like dodging my questions. And this is supposed to be us reintroducing him to the party. And I'm like, I take out my sword and I'm like, you're not leaving until you answer me. I get kicked out of the bar, get dealt some psychic damage, and I have to sleep in a shack. Wake up under sand because we're in the elemental savannah. It went from 5 tornadoes to a sandstorm.
I would just like to point out, his character's supposed to be anti-bullying. And I'm pretty sure holding up a sword to someone's throat kind of counts as bullying at least.
Hey, he will stop bullying at any cost, even if it means becoming the bully himself.
What good is being a hero if you sink to the villain's lows?
But no, he wasn't bullying Charlemagne. He was defending what the original Charlemagne, which he knows is dead, saying like this was his favorite possession and we saw it disappear. How could he have it? It's like you see someone in Walmart carrying your one of your parent. Actually, let's just say someone in Walmart's wearing your parents' wedding ring.
Fucking look at the chat.
Is it Ben?
Yeah, he's the only guy talking.
What the fuck's he saying?
Whoever the other person is, if you have a YouTube channel, I'd love to hear your voice through the text.
What the fuck is Ben saying?
Oh, nothing.
Tell me now.
All right, I'll tell you now. I'm sorry. I love being a dick sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
No, Ben, there's 2 viewers. Okay. He basically commented a bit late about the hypocrisy of the whole situation with Takar and the Charlemagne.
He really... but still, that's Takar's whole thing, where it's like, if he has to use force to stop them, then he really has no other option. He's still trying to figure out how to stop it, which is partly why he wished for acceptance. But no, do you know people in your life that have a possession that they hold near and dear to their heart?
Trying to think of one.
Like wedding band, anything?
No particular possession. And Ben, if you say Vaughn's model trains, I'm going to fly.
Prize possession. It'd piss you off.
I mean, yeah, I can see it.
And, he took the calm approach at first. But I was getting frustrated as a player because Will was being an idiot. We're trying to reintroduce him, and he's avoiding my questions.
It seems like Will wanted to be an edgy, mysterious character at that point.
No,
Will just tries too hard.
You know
to be
who
like
figured
that,
him out?
Yeah.
You know who figured him out?
Quanley?
Yes.
Well, here's the difference.
He found out that this new character was lying.
Here's the difference. Will is see-through like tissue paper. Jeff actually is, like a better term, dense. He's hard to see through, basically.
Where did Jeff come in?
Because they both... You know the whole Bard thing with Jeff? How, we made one of his characters Bard. Well, we always kept saying his Warlock Rogue was a Bard.
Yeah.
It's that same sort of premise, trying to figure out what this kind of character is. The difference is, though, that Will, he's transparent as shit. Okay, shit isn't transparent. He's transparent as glass shit.
Glass shit?
Yes, specifically when you shit glass.
Sounds pleasant.
Well, if it's not broken, then it's very pleasant.
No,
But it's very bad after a boxing match.
No, I'm just saying that the whole the character won't be introduced to the party unless you do something about it. It reminded me of Will because we felt bad about killing Charlemagne, so we gave him his character back, and that whole thing was like, we're trying to reintroduce you to the party, so why are you lying to us?
I don't know.
No one does.
Maybe he just thought it was part of his character.
One time Will told me he wanted to see how badly he could fuck up without getting a TPK.
That sounds like a Will thing.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of funny. I would love to see that and not be a part of it.
Well, guess what? Campaign.
How close did he get, and how much closer could he get?
No, that was the only campaign we were in at the time.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be in that next Friday.
He's got to. Yeah,
I'm scared.
You've got to deal with Charlemagne. Which, the minute we split up, he starts doing stealthy things. The minute we split up.
Oh, hey, you mean the minute you split up, he starts being a rogue?
Yeah.
Instead of assassinating
he just steals shit.
Well, no, I'm fine with him being an assassin. I just need him to do it right.
But okay, here's the thing: was he getting away with the sneaky shit?
It was that whole thing, where he was using candle wax to make the door not creaky, but instead he acts. When everything was said and done, the door was like sealed shut with the candle wax. So he used like a little dagger with etched into the chimney top with a rope tied around it, so he could escape.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, but he succeeded.
Hey, that's being crafty.
Yeah.
When you're crafty, you do shit.
But
you can do shit.
That was the minute we split the party.
Sounds about right.
It sounds like something Will would do, honestly. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure that's a good thing or bad thing.
Yeah. That is the ultimate sign that we have nothing. What were we saying?
So in the campaign where we fought Morth, the dragon,
yeah,
it felt a little too easy, honestly.
It was. I just beefed up a fairy dragon to gargantuan size because I wanted you to kill it, and then
its
blood would summon Tiamat, and she would be the sixth head. Yeah, you were gonna get an upgraded Tiamat, and I was thinking at first like, they won't be able to take that on. But then when Steve started bragging, I was like, oh, now I feel more confident about about you guys taking her on. But then you just avoided the fight.
I just honestly don't like playing campaigns with them. They just like take the fun out of everything, honestly.
Right?
It's like I'm here to fucking kill shit and loot and get gear.
And also to roleplay.
And roleplay too, but it's like
okay, Fargrim had his moments for roleplay.
At the beginning. But by the end, he was all about just breaking the fucking campaign. Like, it's one thing to not like where the campaign's going, which I didn't even like where the campaign was going, but at least play along, you fuckers. I had a whole dungeon ready for them, and they just walked right out. Funny thing is, there's actually going to be a plot event that would have occurred at the dungeon, which would have provided more context for the stuff I had given you guys earlier in the campaign.
Is this the one with the Drake?
Bosco the Camel God.
Yeah, where we were fight Bosco the Camel God.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, because the thing is, at the end of that, you guys would have, you would have been at the bottom of this pit because Bosco would have taken on the bridge that you would be fighting him on. And some hags would come in and attack you after a short rest.
And they would took the
Wait, is this the tunnel under the church?
No,
this
is.
Oh wait, this was like in the mountains when we took shelter.
Yes.
The tunnel under the church, that would have led to the dungeon too, right? If I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
well, it would have, but no one bothered to go there, so I just said, I'll hold off till later.
I mean, part of my mentality was Nikovad's got to train so he could use his Buster sword.
I think you mean Buster Beater.
Yeah, it did bludgeoning damage.
But
why did I have to take the word beater?
My
beat your meter.
I actually saw like a little it's not a GIF, it was like a little short clip. There was some guy dressed in a bear suit, and there's like one of those punching bags you see in gyms.
Oh, I've seen that one where they've got like a bat in their hands and just beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, and it's like I think it's titled My Meat. He just destroys it.
Personally, the one I prefer is when Michael from Vsauce, he's slapping around the steel ball, but the steel ball is labeled My Meat.
No,
you know what the moment I'm talking about?
Yes.
Part of my
I fucking love that one.
Part of my other mentality is I just can't see myself taking Bosco the Camel God seriously ever.
He's not supposed to be taken seriously.
I know, but in a game like this, I kind of want to take the Pantheon seriously.
Oh, he wasn't part of the Pantheon.
No, like Bosco the Camel God's like a.
Well, he's a reject. He's just fucking out there. No one wants him there. They won't even invite him over for like tea or something.
Still, I just didn't find much interest in Bosco the Camel God because it was so like jokey.
Fair enough.
I mean, you had a whole town dedicated to him with cultists, with one of those fucking loop towns, and one of the things that gave us hope was the Bosco sticks.
To be fair, Bosco sticks are a good source of hope. They're fucking delicious, but they need to be prepared right. Give them the treatment of an oven. They don't deserve your goddamn microwave.
But then that whole like Kingsman style battle was fun, but I don't. You said there was like a tunnel under there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would lead to the Bosco
us there.
What?
There was nothing drawing us there.
Yeah. I learned a lot DMing this, and this is technically the first campaign I've ever finished.
This is the
This is my first campaign I've ever been in.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Damn.
This is kind of.
Did you finish it before you joined your second one? Cams.
I didn't start to join Cams till like last week.
Oh, so you already started in Cams. I thought you.
No, like
have you played in any of Cam's games yet? Okay, then. So you haven't started in Cam's campaign.
Technically not. No.
Will be
next
different. Well, the campaign will be a different experience. I'm not saying yours was bad. It was interesting, especially since it was your first time DMing.
Me?
Yes.
My second time, technically.
But this is what this kind of thing sort of deters me from DMing, because you get players like Seb who are complete rules lawyers.
Well, okay.
Which those are not bad, but at the same time, if the player tries to correct me, I just feel the need to say, no, my world. And
well, you can do that. You get power as a DM. I just like to hand it a little bit more back to the players.
I know, but I don't want to do that. You know, in my experience, D&D is a game for the players.
It's a game for everyone, though. That's part of what's frustrating about Jeff and Steve. They have a very selfish form of fun. You know, because when you guys are fighting monsters and shit like that, I'm also having fun. I'm rolling dice. I'm keeping track of their psychology and what the hell they're doing. But when they have fun, it's especially at the dungeon master's expense. and it's even at like. Were you having fun?
I mean, I was having fun when we were fighting, but we didn't fight a lot.
You would have enjoyed some of the earlier sessions with Rustbeard and Kemma.
I think
I just like exploring, adventuring, and fighting things. It's like that's like when it's fun. Like,
it's the simple joy of Dungeons and Dragons,
and that's because there was a lot. How do I want to put this? Like some of the earlier sessions had a lot more.
Yeah, they had a lot more going on. You know, you guys were exploring a town, fighting monsters. Yeah, that was another thing.
Yeah, we had to like constantly sneak around because
guards were walking around.
Rustbeard put the town in martial law because he killed an admiral during his award ceremony.
The admiral who supposedly killed Rustbeard.
Yeah, when he was still known as Thaddeus Stormbeard.
God, that I wish I had stopped the campaign at the town. It would have been significantly better had I done that. It's basically like any of the big anime short of One Piece.
I would
if we had stopped at the beginning part, it would have been fantastic. But the fact that it carried on too long means everyone lost interest and it started to suck.
Well, I would like to do like a One Piece campaign, like a one shot.
No. I hate One Piece.
Okay, no. One shots or One Piece?
He said both.
One Piece, like a
campaign one shot.
Okay, wait. Are you talking like each session is a separate adventure?
Yeah.
That's a one shot. I would love to continue this with one shots, but keep Steve and Jeff out of it. Because, again, they hate the kind of fun that's for Dungeons and Dragons.
What I was getting at for the fun earlier, I just now remember what I was going to say, but it was the double fate check. Back when back in that town when planning was most of our experience. You should remember this. The double level up.
Oh,
we had just started the session.
Oh, and that was a potential for a double level up, but you only leveled up once.
Nope. We leveled up at the start of the session due to what happened last week, and then by the end of it, we leveled up again because of our planning, mostly because of Kemma. But after we get into a skirmish with some kobolds, the guards start poking around like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And Jeff is now realizing that Rustbeard's sneaking around the other side of the warehouse to take these guys out with a rock. So he speaks loud because he's thinking that kobold reinforcements are coming. And so Kemma speaks loudly saying that everything's just fine, officer, or something like that. And he's basically giving a vocal signal to Rustbeard saying, "Shit, don't move." And that was so well planned, we avoided a fight with the guards that we ended up rolling a fate check. That thanks to Gene's divination ability.
Okay, no. You got to give the whole story. So first, I let you guys spend inspiration.
Well,
because it was so creative, I gave each of you a D4 to use to add to the roll.
And then
I initially rolled a 6.
Well, and then Jeff was allowed to use a D6 because of Bardic Inspiration.
He was allowed to replace his D4 with a D6 because it was to spend a Bardic Inspiration to do so.
And we weren't.
Their total went up to 10, if I recall.
It was like 10 or 11, and the DC was like 12.
Yes, it was 10. They went up to a total of 10, and the DC was 12.
Yeah, I said the DC was 12.
But then Gene, playing a divination wizard, had rolled an 18 at the start of the session and used his portent to change my original 6
to an 18.
Yeah.
And then we added all the stuff we rolled on our dice, and we ended up leveling up. But if we had come so close that if we had gotten higher, then we would have leveled up twice.
If I recall, it was like 25 or 30. You would have gotten a second level up.
And he was literally dying on the floor laughing.
No, not laughing. Just my mind was utterly blown.
But still, I could tell you enjoyed that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Even though, going back to Seb being a rules lawyer, that should not have worked.
Yeah, he was bitching about that afterwards.
Well, no, he said it shouldn't have worked because divination wizards can only use their portent on a creature they can see.
Well, I'm a creature and he can see me.
By technicality, the DM is not considered a creature, for to the character, the DM is an ethereal being.
Go to the ethereal plane now, he can fucking see me. Boom! No.
I mean, technically, we've worked around it because Rustbeard did see the DM because he had meta knowledge.
No, I prefer my explanation of it. It's fucking clever. I'll just let it slide.
I kind of enjoy the fact that, Rustbeard saw all these quote-unquote titans, got to spend some time with the DM.
I totally regret giving Rustbeard a fucking...
You should. But that was fantastic because then I described... basically, I went around saying that, everyone's not who they say they are. I'm actually... Like, Rustbeard is actually fleshy. Essie, which was Gene's Damfear, was actually a man. Kemo was actually human, and Mouse, which was played by Jack, was not a cat person. Basically, I went around saying that you're not who you say you are. All of our lives are pieces of fiction created by these people for their enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Existential horror in Dungeons and Dragons.
Which I'm glad I got to experience that because Rustbeard basically woke up, saw everything that was laid out in the real world, and he's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?"
Didn't you say that I was basically reverse engineering?
Someone else said that, but yeah, we made it a joke that Tom was trying to reverse engineer multiple personality disorder because the way he said it, Rustbeard could see, hear, feel, and smell and taste everything I could, and I could technically switch between the two of them at will.
So he was doing it outside of the game. Like, we'd be eating lunch, and he would suddenly become Rustbeard. It was actually pretty fun.
He loves pudding now and omelets.
I'm gonna pull that card in another one of my campaigns when they least expect it.
Oh, I want Rustbeard to be the guide. Like, before they see beyond the veil, they just see, they're just surrounded by pitch black darkness. They're wondering where they are, and then they see a Warforged pirate walk up to them. It's like, so you're the new one. What? It's like, you'll get used to it. Have fun with the lies. And then he leaves. And then it's like, what lies? And then it's like, the Link start scene from SAO?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of where all those, like...
The cylinders?
All those cylinders of colors just start coming at them, and it's pure white background. Imagine that, where they just go like... and then they appear in the real world.
I prefer where it's like, the FOV gets cranked up extremely and their face just warps. Yeah. Oh, God, no. Even better. It's like when they're doing the wormhole jumping in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. No? Nothing for Guardians 2?
What?
It's I imagine it more like when they're doing the wormhole jumping in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I don't remember that part.
Where their facial features are getting all warped and such because they're going through like 500 wormholes.
Oh, God.
Or was it 50? I forget.
I forget.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Which campaign sounds more fun to play? We've got two options. Either Savage Worlds with Nazis, Knights, and guns. Nazis, Knights, and power armor. Or we have the option of what was the other one? The
Lich with the
the ultimate the multiverse tournament. Which one sounds more interesting to play?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Which one of these campaigns would you rather play next? Savage Worlds campaign with guns, Nazis, Knights, and power armor, or a multiverse tournament featuring a Sararok.
Depends on how I'm feeling and what kind of pace I want to go at.
Like next week, if I were to start one of these campaigns next week.
Well, again, it depends on how I'm feeling and what pace I want to go at. Because if I want to play more like a joke, then sorry, but I'll go to Savage Worlds.
Hey, that's perfectly fine, man. I run
Savage Worlds.
I fucking run Savage Worlds like a joke.
His character had one arm, one leg, had a toe fetish.
No.
Mentally insane. Also, that he can get $200.
Wait, you didn't have one arm and one leg, did you?
No, I didn't.
Not yet.
Yeah, no.
I was.
You only had Curious and Loyal?
No, that's
Oh wait, that's the other one.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, let's see. You had Delusional,
Arrogant, Loyal,
Loyal, Bad Luck,
and Toe Sucky.
Fucking toe fetishist. That's a minor drawback. Just so you can get 500 more bucks to start with.
Yes.
See, funny thing is
My
actually...
character is a fucking whore for money.
See, here's the funny thing. I actually was going to have one of the encounters that you were going to encounter characters with open-toed shoes.
Oh.
And so you'd have to roll like spirit checks to not attack them or to resist the urge to suck their toes. It's so stupid. I love how memey fucking Savage World
is a
get.
meme. I love it.
It can be a meme. You can also take it very seriously, but I love making it just a fucking joke.
In a world where we entered a cave and there's fucking Nazis in the cave.
Excuse me. First there was Vikings and some guys in power armor. Then there was Nazis.
What were the Nazis doing down there anyway? Or is that a spoiler?
Yeah, because I plan on expanding this one shot into a full adventure. That actually is going to be a spoiler. And why the hell did you just get out of camera view?
I don't like you. I'm joking.
Just was
the guy in the power armor with he got the suit from IKEA? Was that Xanless?
Do you want me to spoil this for you?
Just say yes or no.
It was not Xanless.
It's not? Okay.
It should have been.
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
You know what? Sure, why not?
Okay, it's Senator Armstrong.
No.
Who would be a major boss later in the game.
Who?
Yeah, Senator Joseph Armstrong from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Oh, God.
Nano machine, son.
That reminds me of that warlock we fought in your camp early on in your campaign.
Oh, I'm looking forward to Savage World. Do play
Is that
that.
his name? Mel B?
Oh,
The warlock we fought early on in your campaign.
yeah, the disco guy.
Yeah, I thought it was Mel B.
No, it's
Something B.
if either of you watching knows the one guy from Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness who has the two-colored afro, you know, one half white, one half red, who uses Ludicolo's. What was that guy? Mirror B.
Mirror B.
Yeah, Mirror B.
Was it Ben who said that?
No,
Or
I
do
just
you
remembered.
Okay, Ben, you're fucking slow.
Hey, he had very little time to respond.
I'm kidding.
Plus, he's probably on a delay.
I'm kidding.
Oh, and apparently Ben does know him, but didn't say his name. Probably because I already said it. Anyways, what were you going to say about Mirror B?
No, I'm just saying that you taking a character like that and putting it into Savage Worlds reminds me of when you put Mirror B in your fucking campaign.
Oh, that's fucking
Oh,
nothing.
do you want to tell Billiam how Rustbeard dealt with him?
Oh, yeah. Basically,
It was like one of my most badass moments.
basically Rustbeard charged at him with his sword, stabbed him, did a fucking somersault over him, dragged him off the building, landed on top of him?
Yeah.
And then just chopped his head right off.
Well, I didn't chop his head off.
No?
Nope. I stood over him. He was still alive. So I took my favorite cutlass called Fool's Gold, stabbed him in the face, cranked it to the side.
No, that was the other guy. Because you presented his head to Mirror B, who then, got more powerful.
Yeah, but I basically jumped off a building twice, but the second time I actually took full damage.
Yep.
And I came back to life for the third time.
No,
I came back. No, I came
you
back.
didn't die.
I
You
came
went
back
down.
I almost died because our artificer at the time didn't know what the fuck to do about constructs. The artificer didn't know what to do with constructs.
Let me recontextualize this for those who don't know Dungeons & Dragons. Bob the Builder didn't know how to fix it.
Fix it, Felix Jr. Instead, he knew how to wreck it, but he didn't know how to fix it.
Again, Bob the Builder didn't know how to fix it.
Can we fix it?
Apparently, we couldn't.
No,
in that
we fucking
case.
can't.
Apparently, no, we can't.
Bob the Builder. Hope.
I don't think he realized how my style of Warforged work. It was Revenant style, where my soul is attached to emotions at death.
That's right. I should probably explain how the 3 different ways forged are made in my campaign.
Just try to explain Revenant Forge because that's most relevant.
All 3 of them, because it might inspire someone. So the 3 ways are: first, they're made by a wizard or an artificer, service forged. The second is that a very powerful cleric or paladin has their soul put into a set of armor, holy forged. And the third one is that basically, you know how Revenant's made? Someone gets so pissed after they die that They don't. Yeah, that's basically how a Revenant Forge is made. And basically, I've only had Revenant Forge in my campaign, except for the Bard.
No, there was some Service Forged.
No one played as a Service Forged, except for the Bard. Because the Bard was forged made entirely out of instruments. It kind of screwed him over during one of his stealth checks because his legs were accordions. And his lung is a single bagpipe.
Oh yeah, when we stabbed Morth in the lungs, they had the idea to leave the room and let her die from not like getting oxygen.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that though.
No,
she would have healed from it, and it wouldn't have mattered to her anymore had they done that. She probably would have gotten like double health just to spite them.
It's like, no, you.
They get punctured lungs. Even though one of them's a machine, gets punctured lungs anyways.
I mean, Rustbeard had a concussion.
Oh, that's true. Well,
ish.
The thing about... No, I don't think the other viewer's dead. I think they just don't have a YouTube channel. So, the thing is that the way Service Forged, most Forged work in my campaign, is that they have an object that their consciousness is stored into that then permeates the rest of their body. And actually, what I was going to have Steve do, because he wanted to upgrade himself as a Revenant Forged, what I was going to have him do was I was going to have him use one of those cores.
Yeah.
He was going to have to sync it to himself, then use that core to use the other parts. Like his jetpack or his rocket fist or, his spring legs. He was limited to all that. Wait, no, he needed the core. He needed another core to do all that, and he had two. He had Kema, who was the instrument forged, or he had the one containing Rustbeard, which wouldn't have actually had Rustbeard.
Why?
The inevitable. That's why. Oh yeah, another thing. Part of cosmic law in my world is that you can only be revived from death once. If you do it a second time, you get chased down
by Daft Punk.
By inevitables who look like the members of Daft Punk. And also, you can't fight an inevitable in my campaigns. They straight up don't have stat blocks.
If you try to hit with the sword, like the sword just like warp, or
no, the sword just passes right through them.
Oh.
Sort of like a Calypso in this campaign, in this adventure. Like this session. Are you guys even familiar with Twisted Metal?
No,
I've heard about it, but I never.
Okay. I've recently gotten addicted to the Twisted Metal, like specifically the ending cutscenes for the second, third, and fourth games. And that's why I have the phrase ingrained into my head. I am Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal. I really want to play it now, mostly because of those ending cutscenes. The weird thing is that, though, Calypso is supposed to warp your wish to be the worst result possible, whatever you wish for. So, like, most of the time...
We wish to go home for our wish. But we got home, but, like,
you basically became trapped in a time loop. And once this adventure concludes, you're going to go back to the beginning of that time. The time loop will redo itself.
So we'll go to the adventure again, get back to Calypso, so everything happens again?
Yes. Those exact things.
What if we wish for something else, though, or can't? Since
no, you can't. Because you're in a time loop, you're going to always be wishing to go back and go back home.
All right.
And like some of the wishes that really stand out to me are like in the third game, Sweet Tooth wishes to have all the candy in the world, but he ends up getting massive cavities and having to get stuff drilled out, and it's really painful looking and such. Then there are some people who just straight up don't deserve it. Like I don't know what Granny Dread did in this game, but in the third game, she's just a grandma, and yet her wish is to sit in front of her TV all day. You want to guess how he twists it?
she gets like sewn to it or like stuck or.
You remember the scene in Clockwork Orange where Alex is being put through the Ludovico test?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that's what happens to her.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's only one channel. It can't be changed.
Please tell me it's like the network help channel that teaches you how to use your remote.
I don't know. It was just one channel.
Okay,
It's not specified which channel.
just imagine being sewn to your chair for all eternity. Unable
She wasn't
to...
sewn to it. She was strapped to it.
Okay.
And then had her eyes pried open.
Oh, it was like Robot Chicken style.
Closer to a Clockwork Orange.
It reminds me more of Robot Chicken
Probably because you've never seen Clockwork Orange.
There's that, but there's also that's literally what they do. They strap the chicken to the chair and they hold its like one organic eye open.
It was probably as a reference to.
Yeah.
Orange.
But it was
But it's more specific because they actually have prongs that go under your eyelids.
But imagine
To
being in
hold
that
them
same
open.
situation with being stuck on the network help channel, teaching you how to use your remote for all eternity.
Dude, I would make some god tier shit posts if I was in there for a straight year. You would see some god tier shit posts.
No, you're unable to move. All you can do is watch.
Yeah, no, put me there for a year, or even for a day. Actually, just have me watch that for 24 hours, and then let me sleep, let me process it, prepare for some god tier shit posting.
I would be quoting that at random times.
I probably would as well.
In the middle of class, you start repeating.
Just raise your hand, head on, apply directly to the forehead. Oh my god! But then there's like some wishes in Twisted Metal that just straight up get fucking granted. Like there's no drawback to it whatsoever. Like in the second game, one of the characters wishes to be free because it's like, oh, this whole thing's a nightmare. This isn't real. I wish to wake up. And he does. He finds himself in a happy dream, even though it's implied that when he wakes up, he actually wakes up into a dream. And that the real world, him, is unconscious somewhere. Probably in front of Calypso. And then, like, the third game...
Ash Coma Theory.
What?
It said Ash Ketchum Coma Theory confirmed.
Actually, after I go over Club Kids ending, I'm gonna blow your mind with this shit. So, like in the third game, Club Kid asks for a party that lasts all night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how would you twist that?
The party's like a fucking death trap. The balloons are just full of like needles or something. You try to pop it.
You dance yourself to death?
Just as like in Resident Evil 7, I think it happened. When
What?
I think it happened in Resident Evil 7 when a Nancy,
balloons filled with needles?
it was something like that. And then a clown when he got like a clue to like a puzzle, like a mannequin like he got it when a mannequin grabbed his arm, like rode it in his arm. Resident Evil 7 was just pretty. Nancy went through some fucked up shit in that game. And then he escaped, but everything caught on fire though, so he couldn't technically escape because he died.
Did you spoil the ending of
No, Nancy's a different character from the main character.
Oh,
Nancy
okay.
was the camera guy in the demo of the game.
Camera girl?
No, guy.
Oh.
The guy who played as in the demo, that was Nancy.
Huh.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with Resident Evil.
I've only played the base game and I didn't get very far. It was too spooky for me.
No, Nancy's someone completely different. You play as Nancy in the DLCs.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So getting back to my point, Disco Kid, actually, Jordan, you were a lot closer to what actually happens to him. Disco Kid actually, he gets a party in Alaska where the nights are 8 months long. They're actually it's only one season that's a night.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's creative. And he seems to die doing what he loved, partying.
Hey, he's not that bad. It could be worse.
Oh, it gets much worse. Oh god, there are some horrible ones. Axel, wants to be. He gets freed from the machine that his father trapped him in when he was much younger.
Mm-hmm.
In the second game, then the third game, he wishes to be one complete machine. How do you twist that?
I don't know. Maybe the machine doesn't work, or
What Calypso did was he put him inside of a clock.
oh,
Yeah. Oh, and then there's also the guy who gets launched into space. There is... Oh, actually, his sister gets launched into space in the second game. Then the third, they approach Calypso, and their wish is for a safe world. They're both out of jobs because they're police officers. Yeah.
shit.
But yeah. Oh, the big twist about Twisted Metal, as gets revealed in Twisted Metal Black, the whole thing's a fucking dream of a schizophrenic man. Yeah, the character
It's the dream of Tyron.
Oh god, no! It's a character known as Roadkill,
Oh,
who eventually becomes Thyron. This is Thyron. Yeah.
yeah.
Thyron, by the way, is the ideal fucking Savage Worlds character. You may be upset, but this is true. A knight carrying a fucking 50 caliber pistol and a katana, who thinks everyone's a goddamn chicken. This is the ideal male body, people. Piece of paper.
You forgot the most important part.
What?
The toe fetish.
We never used the foot fetish.
We didn't.
Please, could you play this character again?
Oh, if you want me to, I'll play it. I thought the campaign's gonna be a little bit more serious.
You know, every time.
No.
Every
It's gonna be balls to the walls.
Oh,
goofy.
I will go out then.
Every time you exploit this toe fetish, you have to play Careless Whispers. Yes.
Maybe.
It's a cliche, but it's usually meant for like intense, passionate scenes, not some guy sucking on toes. Just imagine.
But he's passionately sucking those toes.
Or you could just be doing it really fast, like.
No. Play heavy metal music, screamo metal, over the scenes of him sucking toes.
Let the bodies at the floor.
That might actually be genius. Because, okay, just imagine your character, helmet on, just sucking toes to the tune of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Let the bodies
Like he just lifts up the visor a bit and gets their foot in there.
Oh my gosh.
His end goal is to fit an entire foot.
But the whole thing's shot like it's a very passionate scene.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Wait, or should it be, or would it be better shot like a intense music video, but it's just him sucking toes?
I imagine like a montage of him just doing multiple toe sucking techniques.
Rocky theme.
And it's kind of like no,
He's sucking the villain's
The
toes.
big final villain is a giant foot.
I just imagine someone
The
making
foot from Monty Python.
Oh my.
No, I just imagine someone making a presentation of just clips of him doing multiple toe sucking techniques, and it just looks like fucking Metalocalypse. Just
I actually have a bunch of Death Clock albums on my iPhone.
I used to watch a lot of Metalocalypse when I was like younger.
Yeah.
I can't tell what's worse.
I was like, what the fuck is this show?
It was funny though.
I can't tell what's worse, Metalocalypse or Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles, by far.
Mr.
Metalocalypse
Pickles.
is actually funny.
Mr. Pickles is just disturbing. It's not like funny or anything.
Not disturbing, it's just gross.
Like I didn't like it.
It's not entertaining in the slightest.
I don't mind gore, but like when it gets to like that level of stuff, it's like
where it's nothing but gore.
Yeah, it's just like all it is.
I mean, what'd you expect from Satan? Honestly.
I expect people to make good fucking shows and put them on TV.
It's a show about Satan Dog.
Yeah, that could be. There's a lot you can do with that Mr. Pickles never does with it.
What could you do with a goreholic, horny dog?
Remove the, I don't know, maybe remove the more gratuitous parts, and probably just don't make it all rely on shock value. You know, it's like I've seen good shows that involve the devil, God, the devil, and Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think using the devil for shock value is a good excuse. Does that make sense? Another thing is that you can make any idea work, but if your idea needs shock value, it's either going to be one of the biggest successes, or the far more likely thing, it's going to fail miserably. The only time I've seen shock humor done well is Jackass.
That's why I'm not like for like horror movies. I'm not a huge fan of Saw. Really, I mean, I like the first one. The first one was pretty good. The second one was okay, and after the third one, I was like, it's the same thing over and over again. Really.
Yeah, well, no, the first one was novel. It was
the first one was
creative.
amazing. I loved it. The first one was good.
But then, once the sequels come around, and Ben, I do recognize that you're the only one watching. Thank you for sticking with us. But
it's like man kidnaps people, makes them go through horrible things. It's like, okay, you did this before.
And some of the traps are just so stupid. Like the one where the woman has to reach into the box, but it has like blades that overlap each other. So as she reaches in, they pull up, but she can't pull her hand back down once she passes the blades. Like literally just parse the blades with your fingers. Like if you're dexterous enough, grab it like this. If not, just open it with one hand, try to reach. There's a lot of ways you can solve that.
And how could the police not capture this man? He's like some 80-year-old old guy. How does he get away with this?
Okay, that part I can suspend my disbelief on. Because if you're smart enough, you can get away with anything.
Well, that's true.
Come on, how did the guy in Speed get away with so many bombings?
That is true, but
it reminds me of.
I want the money, Jack.
Why am I not? This is making me think of Criminal Minds now.
Criminal Minds?
Yes.
Okay.
I like some of the guys in Criminal Minds because it just shows how.
Oh shit! Tony's in the chat. Oh, it's Tony.
Criminal Minds just shows how people like this could exist. Because one guy, he was addicted to an online MMO, like MMORPG.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was actually playing with Penelope, but neither of them knew it. He started leaving clues for Reed because he considered himself. He wanted to make Reed the knight Percival to save the princess.
Tony, you came here because fate wanted you to be here.
Like the line between reality and the game was blurred so much that he started making a real life quest. Like he killed some random guy in his apartment, left the sword in his chest, so that at the exact time the sun would hit a certain place on his wall, that would leave another clue to where the girl actually was.
Oh my god. Neckbeard quests. Psychopathic Neckbeard goes on an adventure.
Neckbeard RPG.
There was also some...
Hello, traveler.
There was some guy who developed a severe case of multiple personality disorder.
Wasn't Jigsaw's thing was like he has cancer, he wants other people to enjoy life or something?
Yeah, that's what Ben was actually saying in the chat, that he's dying of cancer.
And but this guy who had multiple personality disorder, part of it was because of his faith. His dad was abusive but was also dying, and he was torn between thou shalt not kill and obey thy father, or whatever it is. And once he actually killed his dad, it tore him apart so that one personality was actually his dad. And so he still had this mentality of, I'm just doing what my dad tells me to. But he also developed a third personality, which called itself the Archangel Raphael or something.
Oh, wait, were you talking about the movie Split just now?
No.
Okay, because Ben thought you were.
No, it's some guy on Criminal Minds who developed two personalities. One was his dad, which he killed, and another one which was an archangel. Like he believed he was the harbinger of the Christian faith.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, it was fucking weird.
People are weird.
Ben, you got fucking duped. You thought he was talking about Split.
I kind of want to see that movie.
He's got bamboozled.
What he said.
Hornswoggled.
You got boy-wogged.
I don't know why you're suddenly name dropping wrestlers, but
Hornswoggle?
yeah, Hornswoggle's a wrestler.
No, that's a term.
Is it?
Yeah.
I only know the wrestler, like the only midget wrestler, I think, who's ever won a title that was specifically made for midget wrestlers, at least in the WWE. Let me guess. Hornswoggle immediately pulls up the wrestler, doesn't it?
No, get the better of someone by cheating or deception.
Who the fuck uses that word?
It's really old.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I don't even think my grandpa uses that term. I've never heard him say that.
He's been hornswoggled.
You know what you're making me do now?
I really hornswoggled my meat. How does that even work?
You deceived your meat.
So
let's it was something else.
I was going to grab it, but then I didn't. I fainted my meat. Sword fighting. That's all I gotta say.
You know what you made me do? I googled really like the best old timey words.
Why is Guro in here?
Like flapdoodle. It means foolish words.
Yay, flapdoodle. Yay.
Claptrap, pretentious nonsense.
People actually like Guro.
Yeah.
I don't understand the appeal, honestly. That stuff.
Tommy Rot.
No. Okay. First of all, to your point, what the fuck is up with Guro? That's a pain-based thing, but taken to the extreme. Like literally, I've seen art where it's just like a strip of someone's flesh being peeled away.
I've seen people
disgusting.
get like their intestines pulled out and stuff, and people are like, "Oh yeah, this is great." Okay.
Like the only time where I really got Guro was when it was super cartoonish in what was that one movie? Oh, Brain Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Brain Dead it was funny.
Yeah,
because it was so over the top. Now, as for you, Jorban,
Yes.
What were you saying again?
that's not really where people actually get off to it.
I was looking up really funny old words.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was Tommy Rot, which
The best old word, the Jimmy leg.
is Tommy
Restless.
Rot is
The Jimmy leg is restless leg syndrome. But in the old days, they called it the Jimmy leg.
Tommy Rot is utter foolishness or nonsense.
Tell me, would you let your character have the Jimmy leg?
Yes,
That really Jimmy's my leg.
for $500 more.
You really do whore out your character's flaws for money.
Yeah, I do.
Apparently, there was a word called monkey shine.
Oh, that's where the title of the movie came from.
It means mischievous or playful activity or a prank. First known use circa 1832.
Wow, okay, monkey shines. Yeah, definitely not full of monkey shine. Fucking guy grabs a monkey by its neck with his teeth and thrashes it around.
Holy
The
shit.
dude's a quadriplegic and his monkey's trying to kill him.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Horse feathers.
I don't think it's a horse fetish for a second. Like, oh no.
I mean, that's a thing.
It is.
Cod
Good luck
swallow.
surviving.
Cod swallow.
There's actually videos of it online. Not on YouTube, but online.
Yeah.
It's. I hope to never cross its path again. So, what were you saying?
I'm just listing off more words like cod swallow, which is British for nonsense. Used
That sounds like a Pokemon.
used 1963.
Yeah, Codswallop. Doesn't that sound like it should evolve into another Pokemon of some kind? I can't think of what that is.
A fish type.
Yeah, cod swallow.
Like a fish type, like fish Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe like a in the Gulpin family, maybe.
Well, no, because there's already Gulpin and Swalot.
Codswallop, the next evolution of Swalot.
Bafflegab. Otherwise known as gibberish or gobbledygook.
Excuse me, Ben. What is this fucking funky town you're pointing me towards? Is it anything like Flavor Town? Because clearly I have not seen it. What does Live Leak?
Oh, Live Leak?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Live Leak is a place where people. Well, I know. When I get linked to Live Leak, it's like death and stuff when people die. Like there's like death of people on there, murders and stuff.
Ben, explain Funky Town. If it's fucked up enough, I'm gonna watch it on stream.
Someone wanted to. Someone in Anime Club tried to pull up a video. I think it was called Lion Dong.
Oh, that's obvious though.
What?
Lion Dong. Do you want the link? Yes, please. Again, if it's fucked up, then I want to react to it on stream.
It's like a bunch of fucked up 18+ version of Flavor Town. I'm joking. It's not.
Oh.
I mean, I think part of the video early on is they cut the line where it's like Mufasa saying, "Scar, don't turn your back on me," and he's like, "Scar, turn your back on me." Has Scar up against the wall, and they start playing classical whispers and moving the camera up and down. Or careless whispers.
No, classical whispers.
Yeah.
It's what Mozart played to his death. I don't think that the Cantina theme is fucking erotic.
I didn't say it.
I mean, if you want to fuck to the Cantina theme, go right ahead. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't think it's as sensual as Careless Whispers.
Well, it's rhythmic.
You realize you can't make your visual puns work when they can't see you, right?
I don't fucking care.
You should though, because we're showing to an audience. Oh, you're finally gonna get on camera? Hands don't really count. We only did that for a few videos.
I don't fucking care.
So.
You say that a lot, but I know deep down you do care.
No,
because I care. I know you.
No,
I am you. You are me.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather not. Ben, where's the link? I need.
He's slow as shit.
Also, is it like Guro or is it more like Two Girls, One Cup?
Oh, I still don't know that video.
2 Girls, 1 Cup?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's a classic. One of these days, we're gonna get you to react to that on stream.
Smosh from like 2010.
I've never seen it.
That's
but I've heard of it.
2012. You've never seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
No.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, actually, no. I remember I was watching the Eric Andre show.
Mm-hmm.
He had a guest on, and he was saying like, "Oh, let's see a clip from your new movie," and he played a clip from 2 Girls, 1 Cup. And she actually said, "I have gone so many years of my life without seeing that fucking thing. Thank you, asshole," or something like that.
2 Girls, 1 Cup was just, I scared him from Smosh. Like one of the videos, like they were like his granddad like left a like treasure for him. They went on an adventure to find it. They dug it up and so it was a laptop, and they opened up, and then 2 Girls, 1 Cup started playing.
Oh my god, that sounds like a creepypasta, like the kind that you write super serious up to the very end, where you reveal that it's 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I might write that. No, for the campaign at the very end, it's a treasure chest. Inside is just a laptop containing 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
No, inside is an animated version of Dipper Goes to Taco Bell.
Oh. Animated version of that?
Animated.
Oh god.
That probably already
by
exists.
Studio Ghibli.
Not Studio Ghibli.
It's Nino Kuni 2. Nino Kuni 2 secret ending.
Oh, you fucker.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Well, Nino Kuni 2 is 17 plus now, I guess.
Have time to
more like
48.
Jesus.
Oh
my god.
That fanfic was disturbing to read.
Okay. So apparently you couldn't send it to me through the chat.
Well, yeah, we already knew his chat was funky.
Oh, this is Guro.
Guro is like
very first thing I see. Oh, man is flayed, tortured, and has his throat slit.
Yes.
What?
It's stuff like that. It's like people dying or getting tortured and stuff.
Onion.
All right. I'm gonna click the link now.
Me and my friend did watch. I think it's 3 Guys, 1 Hammer.
Oh,
Three guys, one
ice pick.
Not that one. It was 3 Guys, 1 Hammer. Where it's like these 2 people. They went up to a homeless man and they started beating him to death with a hammer. It was disturbing.
All right, let's see.
I thought that was gonna be similar to the 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
No.
Oh Jesus!
I seen somebody get decapitated with a hunting knife before.
Oh God.
It was not fun.
Oh God, what the fuck is this? Oh God, this dude looks like fucking Oh, this dude looks like Calypso right now. His face is red and slashed. Oh, you want to see too?
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, he was just getting carved at with like a curved knife or something.
Oh my God.
And he's doing it again. No, then that involves showing the chat.
You don't want to show the stream that.
Oh, he's in a box cutter.
Oh my. Oh shit.
If I can give this guy one thing, he is fucking resilient. So much blood and oh God, I don't want to see that. Is that a jackhammer? Is that a jackhammer? Is that a fucking jackhammer he's using?
I mean, you don't have to show the chat. You can just lean over the computer.
No, we're doing a live reaction right now. Oh, I don't want to see that anymore. This.
Show me.
It's not even halfway done.
We couldn't even finish the goddamn thing.
I'm done in the mood for it.
I'm gonna stand right here.
You need to get in fucking shot if you want to watch it.
No.
Why not?
Because I was doing earlier. I was gonna do. I didn't know you were showing people's faces because when I originally made my own YouTube channel, it was one of those things my mom said emotionally, don't show your face.
I show my face all the time and I'm fine. I had like one guy say to take my fucking clothes off and I think he was joking.
Yeah, but still, I'm not gonna go against my mom.
Fucking mama's boy.
I fucking hate you.
I'm sorry.
No, you found a perfect opportunity for your mom gay. That was great.
I hate both of you.
I'm sorry.
If you're not afraid of your mother, then something is really wrong here.
The fact that I don't need to fear my mother, I can respect her.
No, it's this whole.
I respect a woman.
Are you? Oh my! No, I know what he's quoting.
Respect women.
Yeah, I respect a woman.
No, I know what you were quoting before.
What?
My ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. He had that in his fucking Instagram bio. I was trolling him for the hell of it, and he's like, I just got to do me. I know how to respect a woman.
I was referencing PewDiePie.
Comma girl.
Okay.
Lay die. Like
I love PewDiePie.
Like he's misspelled
New
lady
PewDiePie's
Ladie.
What?
I love new PewDiePie now.
Yeah, he's so much better than he used to be.
Yeah, he is hilarious now.
I don't like him.
That's because you actually like Let's Plays.
I mean, I like watching Let's Plays, but
I liked watching him. I liked watching him play Happy Wheels and stuff like Life is Strange. Although watching him play Life is Strange got a bit aggravating when he wouldn't take the game fucking seriously.
Oh yeah, and Ben, for the sake of a video, I might end up Ludovicoing, like fucking strapping you down and forcing you to watch this thing that we just had to endure.
Like the Clockwork Orange version, it was just like
pry his eyes open. If he goes blind, then that's just his saving grace. Okay, Jordan, come over here. You're gonna watch this, and I will not. I won't know where you will be in the video. I can reset it though, I think. I don't want to see any more of that. All right, Jordan, come here.
What's going on here?
The guy has been whipped, if I do recall. His face is bleeding, and I believe they are now cutting at his throat.
I mean, it's brutal and unnecessary.
You're okay. The video's not paused, is it?
No. They got a blade to his gut or something.
What kind of blade?
Circular. It's like a hook or something. I know some guys
like a circular knife, like a curved knife or something.
Hold on, why are they doing this to this man?
For kicks.
I don't know what country this is, but
sorry, Ben, I can't really respond. I'm showing him the video. Can you look and see what Ben's saying? He's Sugar Man.
I need the sound. He needs to hear it. Tell him they cut off his face.
What?
Oh shit!
Like With a knife, or did they flay it off with the whip, or because they mentioned a whip in one?
I mean,
It's a
title.
Mexican
he's out of
cartel.
shot right now.
Oh,
but,
it's a
now he's back in shot.
Okay, it's a cartel. Are you gonna keep watching, or
Yeah.
he's still watching?
I mean, I can hold it so you don't have to watch it.
Okay.
You got like a fucking box cutter.
It's a cartel. Okay, so that's a cartel torturing one of their victims. What the fuck? How did they carve his face off?
Box cutter? I mean, they got a pole in his mouth right now.
Yeah, that's why I never want to deal with the cartel. What the hell did I just watch? It sounded like a good what the hell did I just watch? It's disgusting.
I mean, I don't know why they're continuing. This is just overkill at this point. He's already dead.
I think that's the point. No, is he moving? He's not moving?
I don't think he is. I mean,
He's trying to make an example of him.
His head is almost completely off. His face is no more.
So Ben, you have seen the video, and this is Funky Town. It just occurred this is going to be really confusing.
Oh wait, he is moving?
He's still alive.
Yes, although he doesn't have a left hand.
Oh yeah, they cut his hands off.
Yeah.
How is he still alive?
How did you sit through all this, Ben? Are you as depraved as this fucker
over.
is?
Ben sounds like a sick fuck.
There's the end result.
I mean, I will if this was entertaining, I will totally watch it. Watch stuff like that just for like entertainment value for you guys. But I don't want to see that video ever again. That's fucked up.
I'm surprised they haven't like banned that already. Like got rid of that video.
It's
Deep web's only marginally safer than the dark web. I'm sorry, surface web is only marginally safer than the deep web.
It's technically not illegal to watch, but
Really?
no, that'd be censorship.
Isn't it considered like snuff? Look at the laws regarding snuff films, because that definitely proves that they exist. Yeah, for people saying that, oh, there are no movies of people being murdered. It was sheer morbid curiosity. I found about it from... of course it was Oni Plays. Fucking Oni cartoons. Of course he would fucking talk about it. Well, now I'll never be able to hear the song Funky Town ever again. At least not in the same context.
Wait, they were actually playing Funky Town.
Nope. But you could hear the man gurgling on his own blood if you listen to the audio. Yeah, I think I'm fine not listening.
I don't.
Here's the thing: visuals are one thing, but including audio into that, like the sound of a man gurgling.
It's legal because you have freedom of speech. It's legal to show that stuff. It's like it's the only legal thing is you have to give a warning saying like you're about to enter like.
So that video we just saw is illegal.
It's legal
because
live leak always gives a win before you enter live leak.
Oh, okay. You were saying?
Hmm.
You were saying something.
Oh, I guess I'm still wondering how that man is still alive.
He's probably dead now.
Yeah, but I like how he lived so long despite having so much of his neck cut open. I think the human. I don't want to make assumptions. That just feels morbid.
I mean, it depends on the cord between the brain and the spine. If that's still intact. Like if they purposely cut around it.
Which is what they probably did. I don't want to fucking think about that. What?
What?
Well, okay, wait, Ben. I want you to clarify this for me. If this is true, that's okay. So, according to what you're saying right now, Oni played Funky Town at the end of one of his videos. Is that true? Because if so, that's actually very similar to a Silva Gunner controversy. So, like, I really want to know, was it actually Funky Town that was... Okay, so he didn't play it during one of his videos. Okay. Okay, so... Because I remember this one Silva Gunner controversy where... are you familiar with this one affliction? Mannequin something? It's a skin disorder that basically causes your skin to grow in plates rather than flesh.
What's it called?
Look up Harlequin something. I think it's ichthyosis. It's talking about the song in the video I showed you. I was listening. Didn't you see I had my earbuds out? Okay, it's Harlequin something. Just look up Harlequin, baby. You'll see it. Now, I should warn you. What specifically this was it was an image of one of those put through the Hypernova filter that was online for a while.
Harlequin baby what?
Just Harlequin baby. And the whole thing was that, this was put at the end of a Kirby rip. You're right, Tom. You actually got the name. What name? Harlequin? Silva Gunner? Kirby? Which name are you referring to, Ben? Screw me, that people are going to be really confused. They don't check the comments.
Is it this thing? It looks like that, or?
Yeah, but it was a lot worse. Like, you could see the red between the plates. Please don't show it to me, though.
Me?
Yeah, don't show me that.
All right, well, I'm not going back out for that.
Yeah. Now you probably need to look up, like, puppy dogs and such to clean your eyes.
r/eye bleach.
That's a thing?
Yep, it's a bunch of cute stuff in here.
The full name. Is it called Harlequin ichthyosis?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. I thought I was just making shit up.
You'll know when you need it, yes.
Well, I thought I was making up the second part of the name, but let's see some eye bleach. I need some from Funky Town. Oh, the kitties get it. Oh, it's all those fake paintings where they're actually just pressing their brush up against the pet. That's adorable. Fun one with a dog in it. I like dogs. Sorry that we can't show the stream this stuff, but he's a tiny turtle.
Oh my god.
Then like Steve phases through the wall. Turtles. Oh, he's so tiny. Look, his little tiny feet.
It's so adorable.
Oh god, what are they doing to him? That would be so fucked up if someone actually did something like that on eye bleach.
It would. It says no sad or distasteful content. So if something like that did happen, they'd probably remove it.
What the? Are those dogs?
Yes.
Oh, going down slides. Oh, we're probably losing audience attention. Oh no, still at 2. Okay, my eyes are bleached. Oh yeah, we lost a viewer. Oh well. Yeah,
watch the last viewer be Ben.
Oh god, wait, then who would be left? Tony hasn't said jack shit. Oh, now they're back.
Maybe they have internet issues.
Maybe they do. But one thing's for sure. The internet's a fucked up place. What time is it? 11:50. Oh wow, it's almost midnight.
Holy crap.
Yeah. That's your filthy dog.
That's
I think I might end the stream soon. God. Okay, so what have we done on the stream?
Absolutely nothing.
We watched some gore.
We talked about D&D.
I
talked
watched
about
the
D&D.
entire fucking thing.
Because I want to put stuff. I want to put stuff in the title. Tabletop gore.
Meme.
What?
Tabletop gore meme.
What did you think of the video? That's my thoughts. That's my whole thoughts on the video. I might just throw in Kamen Rider in the title just for clickbait. Oh, hey, we mentioned Kamen Rider. So that means we can include it in the video. I feel like such a shit for doing that. Oh, God. Lo-fi hip-hop and depression. Anime characters.
Oh my
Of
God.
course, anime characters' staffs are so cute. Fucking trap joke. There we go. Sin Spectre is badass. Yes, he is. I still prefer Mugen, though.
Oh, then you'd like Sin Spectre.
Actually, Ben just said Sin Spectre is badass.
I thought you just said Spectre.
I am glad that Sin Spectre went back to the funkier standby music rather than the more intense music of Deep Spectre's standby music. You know what I'm talking about?
I forget it.
You know, it's like Deep Spectre was Bachimiro or whatever the fuck it was saying. Gachimiro?
I could pull that up.
Basically, the difference between, do 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 and do 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 do.
I'm trying to look up the Deep Spectre music, and the first thing that pop up in my YouTube suggestions is Deep Throat Blush Nars.
Deep Throat Blush Nars Funky Town. Hey, that's a good meme.
Hey,
That's a good. Show it to the audience. Show it.
show it.
Show that meme to the fucking audience. See, and isn't that a good meme? Isn't that a good meme that we just stole from Reddit?
It's my meme now. You see this meme? I made this.
It's my meme, and I need it now. Code. Honestly, it's no longer satisfying to say the word meme.
Yeah, I guess it's
Like,
it's even like overused. Honestly, it's like
I like Deep Spectre. I like the Deep Spectre sound. I mean, I have the icon.
that's true. It feels like the word meme has lost all its flavor and fun because memes have been so capitalized now.
Like after when like mainstream and like really popular, it's just like
the only corporate meme that I've really ever gotten behind, is when it's a tie dad. Oh, Old Spice actually did well, and of course the memes that started Senator Armstrong's rise to presidency. Because remember, that's how he got elected. That's how he almost got elected with memes. I'm still so glad that we have Raiden saying the memes. This sword is a tool of justice and memes. Nanomachine, son. I got the idea from Senator Armstrong. Now I have 2 swords.
I fucking love Metal Gear Rising though.
It's so dumb, but it's amazing. Actually, I would love to recreate some of the boss battles in some way.
In Savage Worlds?
Sundowner. Imagine fighting that guy. Because actually, remember, one of the bosses of my Savage Worlds campaign was going to be Senator Armstrong. Complete with nanomachines, son.
Oh my gosh, that would be fucking insane to fight.
Actually, the funny thing was, if you had... Ben! Shut up.
What do you say?
When she deep throats you like Funky Town.
Ben.
God damn it, I actually put those two together.
Ben, you make me want to fly to California and beat you up.
Yeah, no, that's my job.
I want to join you.
Yeah, this is the fight where they fucking... This is one where they like destroy the mech, like cut in like million pieces.
Oh my god, yeah, the first fight. That's the first boss fight in Metal Gear Rising. Fucking, you fight a Metal Gear at first, and it implies that a senator could beat the shit out of a Metal Gear. Which, honestly, given Armstrong, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, fucking Armstrong is insane.
Armstrong's the best.
Ooh.
I'm in Ohio right now. Come get me. Hey, you want to do a 3-hour drive up north? Ben's in Ohio right now.
You can come here.
Wait, Ben, aren't you coming to Columbus soon? Sorry to spoil the Game Master World Tour or whatever.
We just like do this to it.
Run around and jump over its attacks?
Yes, and I think it's where I went back a little too far.
Or do you mean like where?
This right here. Like
oh, yes.
This part.
What? Oh, you fucking liar. Okay. So what Raiden's doing is first He parried its Metal Gear sword attack, then threw it by its sword, and then climbed up it, slashed at its sword, and then cut it clean in half. If you know the opening of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, that's the scene.
It's a weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Oh god, we need a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. How about a bigger box? Perfect. The new Metal Gear is equipped with a tactical box.
And of course, you got fucking Rules of Nature.
Oh my god. Rules of Nature is my fucking pump up song. And it's the reason why I've already explained this to you guys, but the reason why I won't play Rules of Nature as action music in my campaigns is because you need to time it perfectly.
If you can time it perfectly, it'll be insane.
Like the big moment needs to hit. The person needs to roll their 20. Like right when they find out it's a 20, that's what the Rules of Nature needs to drop. And God, like it's because of Rules of Nature that I had the strength to push 1,000 pounds. I mean, yeah, it kind of fucked up this side of my hand for like 3 months or so. But God, it was cool. Unfortunately, I'm nowhere near that fit now. I do still have 5 free sessions to that gym, though. I should probably take advantage of them sometime.
I'm hyped for Bayonetta 3, though.
Oh my god, Bayonetta. Dude, you know what my dream game of all time is?
Bayonetta?
No. Zone of the Enders 3, directed by Hideo Kojima, produced by Platinum Studios.
Oh my gosh.
But given the fact that they recently released TMNT Mutants in Manhattan and one other game that was really disappointing, I kind of don't want to. I don't want them to tarnish Zone of the Enders. If you ever played Zone of the Enders, have you played?
No, I never played Zone of the Enders.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Zone of the Enders didn't sell that well. But my God, it's like Zone of the Enders 2 is like gaming crack. It is the best thing you will ever have.
Is it good?
The fuck did I just say?
Are you a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles or no?
I've never played it.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
I mean, it's interesting, but there's not really much strategy in it.
What?
You can't even glare angrily if you tried. I don't see much strategy in Xenoblade Chronicles.
I don't know what that is.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
I don't know what that is.
One of the most successful. Wait, what'd Ben say? Yeah, you did. We were going to do a Let's Play on it. Ben, fuck you. Stop calling me out. But
I was commenting on a different thing.
Oh.
Wait, which one's Xenoblade?
No, I wasn't. No, I don't know what Xenoblade is.
Okay, yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Xenoblade Chronicles is a JRPG from for the Wii. It also got a sequel, Xenoblade Chronicles X, for the Wii U.
And then Chronicles 2 came out last
for the Switch.
Yeah, Switch.
For the
which I have a Switch, so I haven't played it yet, but I've only seen a little bit of gameplay. I haven't had any money to play 2 yet. I've only played 1 and X.
Okay, which do you prefer, mechas or waifus?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because that's going to determine whether or not you prefer X or 2. I have all 3. Of course you fucking do, Ben. You live off of Mountain Dew, Super Sentai, and Nintendo games. And chicken tendies. That's why you won't go to McDonald's. Well, you were boycotting McDonald's because the Szechuan sauce.
What? He boycotted Szechuan sauce?
Yeah. If you're going to call me out, I'm going to call you out too, motherfucker. Yeah, he boycotted McDonald's for their Szechuan sauce because the first time they did it, it went so horribly wrong.
What happened and why is Ben so picky?
Let's see here. You know I don't like Mountain. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Sorry, you live on Dr. Pepper.
I was going to say Pepsi.
Chicken tendies, Nintendo games, and Super Sentai. Oh, this is getting really specific to Ben. But
I mean,
what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, the reason he boycotted McDonald's. because he's very passionate about Rick and Morty.
I mean,
it's the one thing he watches other than Super Sentai.
I mean, I can understand liking Rick and Morty, but at the same time, I have apparently heard that people don't know how they feel about Rick and Morty possibly not getting a 4th season because.
Oh yeah, Ben, how do you feel about Rick and Morty not getting a 4th season?
Because the fans are bad.
That's why they're doing it?
No, people. Some people I talk to say that they really don't care that Rick and Morty gets a. Wait, this was on the show. We were talking about this.
Oh, on
Rock and Raider.
Yeah,
you were saying that you had some negative experiences with Rick and Morty fans. I'm gonna guess Ben.
No, actually, Ben's been a good fan of the series.
Then props, Ben.
And Ben's not a good fan of Super Sentai, as he has failed to get me into that show. Like, Jordan barely even knew me, and he got me into Kamen Rider. Step up your fucking game, or maybe step it down a bit, because you were doing too much.
Is he like aggressively saying, "Dude, watch it"?
Like every time we'd hang out, he'd always say, "Hey, let's watch Akiba Ranger."
Oh, you started with Akiba Ranger?
Yeah.
God, no wonder he's failing.
Is that not a good series to start with?
It's Akiba Ranger, the unofficial Sentai series, whose main power...
It's technically official, though.
It's an official, unofficial series, whose transformation gimmick was an anime doll that turned into a pistol, and their main upgrade weapon was the same anime doll that turned into a dagger, which attached to the gun, and it looks like the girl is kissing Akiba Red.
Now, that's fucking wild. I would watch the shit out of that show. The only problem is it didn't grab me, and the intro fucking sucks.
I mean, their car is a GoBot, and Ben, if you try to correct me, try. Their car is a GoBot. Or at least a G1 Transformers toy.
Okay, wait, Ben said a few things.
Of course he did.
I was angry that they were throwing away free money. Wait, what? You watched 1 episode. 2 episodes.
See, the main thing I do, and this is mostly for Anime Club, is I watch I give it the 3-episode rule. I watch the first 3 episodes, and if it doesn't get me by the 3rd episode, then I don't watch it.
Actually, a lot of anime critics use the 1-episode rule.
Ugh.
There are some series, short of Gintama, most anime critics will tell you that every anime series can be boiled down to its first episode, whether or not it's good.
See, that just doesn't seem like a good mentality. You give it one episode and then done.
Dude, okay, hold on. You get the most time to work on your first episode, and it's the most important one because it's one that's going to sell people on your show. Were it not for Akiba Ranger's batshit crazy premise, and were it not for the batshit crazy premise, I wouldn't have been nowhere near as interested to watch it.
I mean, I think
were it not for the first episode of Speed Racer, I wouldn't be able to watch episodes like The Mammoth Car or I've never actually seen anything other than The Mammoth Car. Racer X. That was a good one.
I think 1 episode of Akiba Ranger, Akiba Blue, went to the Toei Studios, and she got some advice from Sun Vulcan, I think, and she was asking like, what are some important parts about Super Sentai, and it's like, oh, right before the battle, you got to do the pose, and she spent, I believe, 2 or 3 minutes after her transformation doing flips, twirls, cartwheels, splits, all for the pose and roll call.
But see, like, what I'm finding about the series is that it's funnier to discuss than it is to actually watch.
She's create her own version of the transformation device, and she's basically like the black leather version of Akiba Ranger.
Oh, wait, I've got to... Because I thought you were going to comment on the length of the villains' names.
No, I don't. I've just never seen her name because I don't think I can find a good version of Akiba Ranger to watch.
God damn it.
But still, isn't the trigger like on her ponytail or something?
I don't know. But what I do know is that I look up Full Metal Alchemist. Guess what comes before Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in the search results?
What?
Starmila?
Dog.
Oh, God.
Apparently that's in the movie, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But from what I understand the movie, it's far less horrifying.
I would beg to differ.
What, the live action or the animated one?
Live action.
Oh yeah, when I went out to go to work, my dad and my brother watched the live action one. I'm like, okay, well, betray me, I see.
That's like the same mentality as my sister. I spent the day at Elena's grandma's house with her because that's what she does sometimes over summer. She just goes to her grandma's house. She has a pool, so we swam.
Oh!
And on the way, like right before we left, she's like, "Okay, do you want some frozen Hershey's? You can take them home." I'm like, "Cool." I grabbed 3, one for me, one for my 2 siblings, and just to show my thanks, I gave Elena one, even though she could probably get more whenever she wanted. So I only had 2, and I gave one to my brother. My sister found out, and she held a grudge for like a week because I wouldn't give her a damn Hershey bar.
Huh.
She's petty, and she's 14 years old.
I don't know why you brought that up all of a sudden. But Ben?
It was the stab me in the back, why don't you?
I was just joking. I didn't actually mean it, but...
Cut you with a box cutter, why don't you? No, but okay, Ben actually just brought up a good point about my enjoyment of Akiba Ranger. The fact that I know how he spoiled the ending before he got me into the show. Well,
Ben,
tried to get me into the show.
Ben, you're fucking stupid.
And I can repeat it right now to the watching audience. And Ben, you're not the only one watching. The view counts at 2. Don't know who the other person is, but hi, other person who isn't Ben. Probably enjoying seeing us bicker.
Didn't you say not Vaughn was on, but someone else?
Tony?
Yeah, Tony.
And I think Tony's gone because otherwise he would be he'd be memeing it up in the chat. We're gonna have no reason to say this fucking name. If we're gonna just devolve into searching the memes, I think I'm gonna end the.
Oh no, I'm looking at cards right now to pick up.
Ah. Okay, so let's just get the title straight. Super Sentai Gory. Wait, no. We talked about Super Sentai.
Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, drug cartels.
Funky Town.
Just have the title "Welcome to Funky Town."
No, I want to incorporate everything to make like the ultimate clickbait. You know?
No, because clickbait is dumb.
Boy, clickbait is
dumb.
Funny.
Is
funny.
Dumb.
Funny.
Dumb.
Damn, you're good at this. Funny.
Dumb. I'm not gonna give up on this.
Funny.
Clickbait is dumb because I can click. I'll think a video is actually gonna be interesting. I'll see a good like thumbnail and I'll read the name and I'll be like, okay, this is gonna be pretty good. But no, it's just a crappy vlog.
If you saw a video that said Bigfoot is real and he tried to suck my dick, what would you expect from it?
I would actually expect a story about that or something, or at least some guy trying. I don't know, but I wouldn't expect some crappy vlog of like, hey, I just found this weird ass a Bigfoot picture and I cut a hole in its mouth.
I want to fucking do that now.
Oh my god,
you're dumb.
Just upload it to Pornhub, me sticking my dick through a fucking picture Sasquatch.
Okay, Chris Chan.
Now, the difference is Chris Chan would think people genuinely enjoy it. The whole point of this is for people to not enjoy it.
Why not just get one of those rubber chickens while you're at it?
Oh, shit. Man, actually, you got a good idea. Tokusatsu gore and surprise toku gore sucking. Gore toe sucking. Surprise. There we go. Now we got a title. Surprise Toku Gory. Surprise Gory Toku toe sucking.
Is that all one word? Even all the stutters?
No, but it's in all caps. Has to be in all caps, otherwise no one's going to pay attention. What? Well, technically, it's not clickbait. We discussed
red arrows pointing at stuff. A red circle.
Some of the arrows are circles, and they have more arrows pointing to that circle. Oh my! I am making that fucking
almost died.
Not clickbait.
Not clickbait. Almost died.
Real. Gone sexual.
Went wrong.
Gone east.
Generic title.
Gone to the bathroom.
Generic title, give a backdrop of what the video is actually going to be about, but blur it out, but put your face in the foreground, and give your, like, I don't give a fuck face. Fuck PewDiePie.
But PewDiePie doesn't do clickbait, though.
Does, though.
No. When he says something in the title, you expect, oh, that's gonna be in the video somewhere, and it is. Whether he's reacting to it or even if it's a small part, I still expect to see it in the video, and he shows enough of it for me to be satisfied. Guy hangs himself, dies, track Logan Paul. Diss track Logan Paul. Oh, Jesus. Funky Forest diss track. No, Funky Town, excuse me. Funky Forest is something else. Actually, we can throw dimension hopping into here, because did you know that I once dimension hopped?
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was watching Funky Forest and something happened. I think it was at the part where the guy's testicles were hanging through the chair. Funky Forest is a weird movie.
Great story.
And I was seeing like all the parallel universes. I wound up in one where like nobody was wearing shirts and I wasn't even wearing a shirt. I was one where I was just in the woods. It was fucking weird, man. I still can't explain it to this day. You laugh, but this actually happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, I think actually part of that is why I think like I have this theory that I'm not actually this world's Otis. Because you see, explaining that I am Otis 1 coming from Earth 1, but this is Earth 2, which is very similar to Earth 1.
To you.
What?
Earth 2 to you.
Yeah. So I'm Otis 1 in Earth 2. Otis 2 is probably in Earth 1.
But this is our Earth 1. Or
yes.
Earth Prime.
Yeah. So Otis Prime is in his Earth 2, and Otis 2 is in my Earth Prime. However, there's very little difference between these two realities. And one of them probably like some guy named Steve just decided to eat Cocoa Puffs for breakfast instead of Trix. Like literally, it could be that small, and that's the universe I wound up in.
Holy crap.
I have it. So now we can throw in dimension hopping, toe sucking, Tokusatsu,
Toei gore bucket.
Well, did you know I've actually thought of?
You kind of did actually. You said so Ben said we were all genuinely scared. We thought we broke you. Yeah, I did lose my fucking mind. Well, yeah, it's in. It fucking wound up somewhere in the multiverse.
So theoretically, if you were to watch that movie again, it would have the same effect.
Would it though?
It's a theory.
So there's 3 possible things that would happen.
Nothing.
It doesn't happen again. It happens again, and I return to Earth 1.
Or you go to a different one at random.
Actually, no, there's then the third option. I stay in Earth 2. And actually, there's...
1 and 3 are essentially the same thing.
No, there's always a slight... See, all of them are technically the same thing, but there's always a very, very slight difference. Like, Timmy decided not to play with the Hot Wheels on this one day, and that made a whole separate universe.
No, but it's like, nothing will happen. It'll happen again, but at random. Or it'll happen again in reverse what happened the first time.
And the weird thing is that we wouldn't be able to prove it. Because here's the thing. Otis 2 is saying that he's Otis 1.
Oh, actually, I fought Mike Tyson once. We can put fighting Mike Tyson in the title now, too.
Are you fucking calling my story fake?
No, I'm saying I actually fought Mike Tyson once.
Punch Out?
Yes.
I'm actually impressed that you got all the way to Mike Tyson. But the thing is that, like, Otis 2 is referring to himself as Otis 1.
But if you switch, like you said, then you would have both had to have watched the movie at the same time and had the exact same effect.
Yes.
But had different life circumstances. Therefore, you'd be able to point out if it does happen again and Otis 1 and Otis 2 returns to this world, they would be able to recall the subtle differences.
Actually, no. You know what is freaky?
What?
There are some things that I swear I remember from my childhood that just aren't here anymore.
Same, honestly. It's
No, but like,
Okay.
no, the thing is that like, so it's not that the thing just straight up doesn't exist. It's that there are some big details that are completely off. Like I remember the Duel Masters logo looking ever so slightly different, and like,
Duel Masters?
yeah,
Why can you still watch that?
yeah, but there were actually a number of things that have, like a small number of things that have completely changed in ways that I can't recall. Yeah, that game, the one that you're showing me, and that you can't show the chat. Oh God, you're actually gonna try to beat me back into my body? Wow, then, good friend. When someone's disassociating out of the universe, I don't think you should try to beat them back into their body.
Then the more you, the more I hear about you, the more I want to hit you.
No, that's just how my friends are. We're just straight up assholes, and it's funny. At least we find it funny.
No, but that seems to be a common thing where people seem to remember things from their childhood that never happened at all. Or like, I can remember things happening that were very fucking abstract, and I swear to God happened. But it's physically impossible.
Let me see, like one of the biggest ones that I recall. Okay, I wonder if you two know about this thing. There was a Winnie the Pooh toy that you'd get from Disney World.
I never went.
Sorry, Disneyland.
Never went.
Or at least it's one of the places you could get it. It had like a few lights. You'd press a button and it would spin around.
I don't remember that.
Do you? Or are you not paying attention?
I never heard about it before.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Because one of the weird things is that
Mandela effect.
I don't believe in I don't think the Mandela effect. I think the Mandela effect is a psychological thing, not dimension hopping. But this was definitely dimension hopping. Because one of the things I remember very distinctly is playing with that toy. Like when I was 2, I remember looking out the window of a airport, looking out the window, and just having this thing in my hand, pressing the button, being mesmerized by the lights. And according to my parents, I never did that. I don't know. It's just a small thing. Maybe, again, it's just a lapse in memory. It's probably not anything substantial to prove my point.
Well, again, I was kind of joking about the Mandela effect, but it still makes sense in this kind of context because it's the Mandela effect is where you remember something a certain way, but in reality, it happened a completely different way. Some people believe by the effect of time travelers.
I would like to make one thing very clear. There's a difference between misremembering and the Mandela effect, at least in my mind. In my mind, the Mandela effect is when multiple people make the same mistake, like the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, the Berenstain and Berenstain.
Yeah.
I still swear it's Berenstain, but I always remember it as Berenstain.
An example I remember is why it was actually named, where people actually believe that Nelson Mandela died in prison when in reality he did not.
Yeah, but that was a widespread misconception. Well, they believed he died in prison in the 80s when he died in 2013. But still, that was a widespread misconception. So that was an example of the Mandela effect. Simply the fact of me thinking Mario's hat was purple when I was a kid. I don't know. Just as an example of something. That's not the Mandela effect. That's just me misremembering something.
But something that would really stretch to truth is the possibility that someone did, like hypothetically, so this does not in any way have any credibility whatsoever, so don't judge.
Okay.
Someone did go back, change it so that you didn't have that toy, but you do still remember it. You just don't remember the change, as if it was almost seamless.
I feel like that's more of a stretch than my dimension hopping thing.
I said it was a stretch.
Even like Occam's razor here. Of course, Occam's razor would say I'm misremembering it because that's the least assumptions. But and actually, I could be misremembering it, or my parents could even be misremembering it. but I definitely wasn't it wasn't the doctor who just came by, stole some child's toy, and made them forget that it happened. Does that make sense? Is what I'm saying making sense? Probably not. I sound like a fucking crazy person.
Well, we all sound crazy. We're talking about dimension hopping time travelers.
That's true, but I've actually done it.
But still, it's at a young age when you still remember the toy, you wouldn't be able to remember any kind of dramatic change that would remove it. Like it could have been discontinued. It could have not. It could have been changed to not exist at all. But you had such fond memory with the toy itself, you wouldn't have noticed a change in the existence of that toy.
But the thing is, no, because I knew we had the toy. It wasn't that it was taken, because I remember growing up, I would occasionally see the toy again.
Well, you might have actually had it, but something might have changed to erase it.
We sold it at a garage sale. I remember this.
You do.
Yes.
But
what?
No one else does.
As far as you know.
You never said your parents did. You said you.
Well, I never asked my parents if we sold it because I very clearly remember us selling it at a garage sale. Ben, no, stop trying to call me.
But some of the really abstract things I remember from my childhood that are physically impossible kind of make me seem like a Looney Tune character.
Go ahead and try.
I mean, there was this one instance where I felt like I was in the car. We had just gotten home. And I couldn't unbuckle my seat. I was in a child seat.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how as a kid you can't really figure out that the buckle, or at least I couldn't. So I could. I don't know how to explain this without sounding like a lunatic, but it felt like I had melted in half, slid out of my seat, and kind of reformed right there. And when I turned around, the buckle was still intact. Like it had not been unbuckled at all.
I'm thinking that's your memory just messing around with you. You probably just slid out of there, but your memory couldn't comprehend it as a small child. So you imagined that you split in half, escaped, and then reformed.
There's no way I could have gotten my leg up enough to get through the buckle and slide out one way.
As far as you know. Now, we don't have photography. We don't have anything to see this by, but we can assume that something happened. You slid out, and your brain just couldn't comprehend that it was happening. So that happened. It was that. So it auto-filled it to be you splitting in half.
I feel like it'd be more comprehensible to see me sliding out than me actually melting out.
Or would it, to such a young mind?
It would, because I was around 5 or 6.
Oh. Okay, that makes a huge difference, actually. I thought you were like a toddler.
I was like a kid.
So you weren't in a baby seat. You were
I was in a child seat.
I forgot about the child seat.
Yeah, that weird one where you, once you're buckled in, you have that weird buckle in the middle. And I still couldn't figure it out, which is why I said there was no way I could fit my leg up and through the hole again.
Here's a thought that might horrify you. That your leg actually bent upwards to the point where you could escape from there. But again, your body couldn't understand what it was doing, so it just thought, I split in half and slid out? That's my theory. I'm not a fucking psychologist. I only took a crash course in the thing. Jeff would probably have a better explanation. Yeah, I more remember stuff like this one image of Peach dancing, like Princess Peach, in a room that's a cylindrical room covered in lights, all pointing at her. And the only audio I can recall is some guy saying, "On the other side." It's fucking weird, and no one's been able to provide an answer for what the hell that was. I think it had something to do with because her movement specifically reminded me of the Mario DDR game.
Also had some dreams that felt pretty real. It kind of scared me. It wasn't like a scary dream. It was just that the fact that it felt so real scared me.
Yeah.
It might be my mind fucking with me, but it was after I had recently got dumped. I had a dream where I was sitting on the sidewalk with my family, and it was weird. I was reading a post saying that her mom was accepting of her change or whatever. I can't remember the details. And I remember that I could see it, but I couldn't do anything about it. Like I couldn't comment or anything. And it felt, so I started crying. And what felt really weird is I could feel the warm air on my face, even though like that could have been my fan, but it would have been a lot cooler. And I could actually feel the texture of the concrete or whatever the sidewalk is made of, on my legs and on my arms. But then when I woke up, I was on my belly on my bed. So my brain went from the texture of the comforter to the texture of concrete, which is drastically different.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a dream like that last night, but I can't recall what happened.
It was like it just felt so real. It shouldn't be.
Oh, wait, now I remember. Okay, so I was tasked to do some project with someone, like a school project. But the thing was, they were goddamn insane. Like,
who isn't?
No, like killer stalker kind of insane. Yeah. Well, they were very like Onision insane. If he actually had the balls to kill someone. You know Onision? Oh.
It's a thing to discuss later. Keep going.
But yeah. Basically the whole thing. Also, this guy looked like Calypso from the Twisted Metal games. It was weird. But basically, yeah, it was just me trying to survive as this guy was losing his shit. Like, I didn't even do anything. He started losing his shit while we were doing the project. What did Ben say? Tom, I have a story, but I have to speak it. Send it to me through text? I don't know. Because if you have Skype, maybe we can do that, but I'll say that for a later episode. As for right now, though, think we're done?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because you seem pretty out of it right now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at cards right now.
It's up to you. It's up to you. I can keep talking.
I mean, we've got like one viewer, and we've been going over 2 hours now. I'd say we cut the stream. So I've been Otis the Can. This has been
William.
Billiam.
Billiam.
And say your goddamn name, you piece of shit.
But I have no name.
I was calling you Jordan this whole goddamn time.
But I have no name.
No, you have a name. It's Jordan.
I don't have one.
No.
I have no name for I am nameless.
No, you're not nameless. Your name is Jordan. It's not even funny. It's just your name is Jordan. This is kind of fun that I was actually talking about with Steve and Jeff. Where they're the only people laughing.
Well, that's because he's tired of looking at cards. There it is.
He laughed because he's tired of looking at cards. See? I can make this motherfucker giggle by just saying sponge. My point exactly.
I'm slap happy right now. I'm tired. I'm about to like slaps.
Hold on, slap happy?
Yeah.
Let me slap your grandpappy. No, just kidding. Your grandpapa trap. Anyways.
Now you gotta add like Dreamscape dimension hopping Looney Tune in your title.
Oh god, this is gonna be a clusterfuck.
One of PewDiePie's recent videos was literally just question marks.
Yeah, that's a lot of people do that. Alright, so I've been Otis the Can. This is
Billiam.
And
Mr. Fossil.
Okay. And cut. Sorry, and cut. Oh, fuck.